The Houston Red Army, soccer as we like it, we're here for the player ratings. Spurs 1, Manchester United 3, after United were even robbed of a goal, but United came back as the new comeback kings on the away trips. United fans are here to tell you the player ratings, how they rated their team. Henderson
today, outstanding, made some vital saves. Henderson today is, showing us why he got the spot over De Gea, showing us why he's preferred. Ole likes it. I think I like it right now, but we'll see a little bit more from him in the future. So he gets an 8 today.
Yeah, Hendo, solid 8, man. He actually kept us in the game when it came down to it. Good defense with his legs. I'll give him a 7.5. 7.5.
Apart from that good one save, he didn't have a lot of work to do, to me. So he get a good 7.5.
I'm gonna give him solid 7.5 because he literally solid today. He literally filling the Gea shoes. It's really difficult to beat him on the ground shot. He literally proved him because and that time when he was actually made the crucial save, that time we actually won one. We literally still won one. That was a really crucial save. If they would have scored from there, it would be anyone's game. So Henry actually got us in the game, and he got some clean sheet in the last few games. So I'm definitely giving 7.5 for his confidence and the way he's kind of commanding that position from the back.
I think I give him a solid 8. Again, the confidence is the word, and I really like what I'm seeing from him. Is he really is commanding that box. The goal that was scored, nothing he could do about that. It was just an unmarked man rubber. Everything else, his kick save, and there were a few times also ball was played forward to a time rubber. He saw it. He came out and managed to clear it before, so he avoided. So I was really, really impressed with his performance, and like I said, I really like the confidence that young man is showing.
Henderson had a very good game today. He's definitely a confident player, and you can see it. He's coming out the line a lot, and that's very good. That's something De Gea doesn't do. Again, I'm not going to say that I'm going to take Henderson over De Gea. Because in my opinion, De Gea still should be number 1. But Henderson had a very, very good game today. He made a crucial save when 1-1, a shot from Son. If that goes in, that's a totally different game. So all that said, he gets a 7 for me. Good game.
Wan-Bissaka.
Well, Wan-Bissaka today was, pretty vital in keeping a lot of people in check. I wanted to say he should have been better against Son. So all in all, I guess
that was his wing. That was his position that Son was free.
Yeah. So he gets like a 6.5 today.
Yeah, Wan-Bissaka was exposed a little bit today. When it came down to it, he did what he had to do, but there were definitely chances when if Tottenham had a little bit more class and a little bit more skill at the end, they would have been able to score. So he gets about 6.5, 7. 6.5.
Which one is it? 6.5 or 7?
6.5.
You let him go.
I've seen something positive from Wan-Bissaka recently. Despite him not being that good today, I like the way he's going forward.
Yeah.
He's going for good. If he keep on doing like that, we're going to be scoring a lot of goals. If he was like a little bit aggressive in putting the crosses like Luke Shaw,
Yes.
I mean, he could get a 9 every day, but he get a 7 for me today.
I'm going to actually agree with Chris because Wan-Bissaka, he was solid in the second half. In the first half, he was a little fragile. He was actually keeping a lot of space because he's going up front, but he's also not able to make good crosses. There's one chance where he should have done better to make a good cross, and the thing Greenwood did, the same thing, Wan-Bissaka could have done in the first half. He got a really good ball at the same area where Greenwood got it and he made a good cross. So I'm gonna give him like a solid 6.5, just because the goal we conceded in the first half. I feel like I'm gonna keep him also held accountable for that because he left a lot of space and kind of let Son go through the left flank.
I would do 6.5 as well. Again, a good game from him, but still a lot of room for improvement. I can remember, a few times when the ball was passed out to him on the wing, and a better player takes a touch, gets it in, gets the cross in, and he didn't control it correctly. As a result, the
Lose
attack
the ball.
kind of just faltered. And so definitely still some room for improvement, but overall a decent game.
Okay, Wan-Bissaka, in my opinion, he didn't really have a great game. He's positionally defensively, he was off. The goals came from his side. You can tell that. For some reason, I don't know what's going on there. And then going forward, he doesn't really offer too much going forward.
Yes, his crossing needs to improve.
So for that, I would say Wan-Bissaka gets like a 5.5 for me, 5.5, 6. He wasn't that great to me today.
Luke Shaw.
Luke Shaw today was very instrumental. You know, he provided a lot of width on his end. Sometimes we take for granted, you know, his ability. But, you know, time and time again, he showed how effective he is when he does go forward. And, you know, the link-up play today was there. I saw flashes between, you know, him and Pogba, or, you know, him on the right side moving over to switch positions. So I like what Luke Shaw's done. I'll give Luke Shaw 7 today.
Yeah, Luke Shaw, I'm gonna give him a solid 7.5. He was great going forward and staying back. His side of the pitch is completely shut down. You know, Luka Moura, even you can see after a while when it was clear that the Spurs were about to do a master class of just bullshit and flopping all over the place. You can tell the edge he had on Luka Moura. He was fucking with him the whole game. So straight up bullied him. So I'll give him a solid 7.5.
Luke Shaw has been the best left back in Europe the last 2 months. He did a good job.
Definitely in England.
He get a 7.5.
Call that
Luke Shaw, he's actually our player of the month in March, right?
Yes.
So he literally continued his form. He was literally solid on the left flank. He hustled. He made a lot of chances from the left flank. And again, as he said, you know, that literally like bottled the Luka Moura. He didn't get a lot of chances. Luka Moura was starting in the second half, right? I didn't see him on the pitch, you know, like making too many
That's true.
crosses, to be honest with you. So Luke Shaw literally bottled him, and I'm being a fan of Luke Shaw because he's literally the best left back we have right now, and we're happy to have him in our squad. He's gonna get a solid 7.5.
Yeah, no, it's same. 7.5. Luke Shaw, he was solid. Yeah, he did what he needed to do. That's all I can say.
Luke Shaw gets a 7 for me today. Good performance, standard 7. I mean, for the past weeks, months, he's been giving you 7.5s, man. He
Consistent.
He's a consistent left back, and you can arguably say that. I mean, yeah, between him and Bruno for Player of the Year, yeah, but I mean, you can't stop what Bruno's doing. It's just sad that Bruno's in the team. If not, it would have been Luke Shaw getting man. It would have been Luke Shaw getting Player of the Year, but Luke Shaw 7.
Lindelof.
Ooh, Lindelof. I'm gonna give Lindelof a 6.5. That first goal.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there.
Yeah, that should have been the
ball.
goal.
That's
a mistake. That's a mistake.
And you're gonna get those mistakes from Lindelof and Maguire. In that partnership, you're gonna get those mistakes from time to time, and it's kind of sad it happened today. But that didn't stop us from winning the game, though. But I think because of that, he had a good game, but that first goal was a little bit on him, so 6.5.
Yeah, no, I would say 6.5 as well. I mean, we continue to go and leave guys unmarked on the backside. Game after game after game. It doesn't matter whether it's a free kick or in the run of play.
It's just sad. It's lack of awareness where they are.
The thing is, I don't understand, because in my playing days, you know, we were always taught about don't ball watch, right? It's like you keep track of your man, and okay, so long as you keep track of your man, when the ball gets there, then you can deal with it, right? Yeah. But our guys are constantly ball watching. They're looking, buzzer, and there's always a guy that's behind them on the backside. Same thing happened again today.
Son's goal reminds me of RB Lighting's first goal. The guy left by himself.
Left wide open.
Left wide open.
It's happened so many times this season.
Again, I'm just gonna echoing them what they just said. You know, like that's we have to stop ball watching. We have to follow the people, and we have to mark them. And when Wan-Bissaka was going up front, what Lindelof is doing, that's the communication gap.
Exactly.
And I'm gonna not only hold accountable them for that, other defenders, what our coaches are doing. And I literally wanted to know what our defense coach is actually teaching them in the practice session, because we are going to the next level. So we really have to go to the next level. We have to win trophies, silverware, again get back to this place where we belong to like a few years back. We have to fix our gap. We still need a good center back. Again, going back to your question, obviously I'm going to give Lindelof 6.5 because we considered a goal. We didn't get a clean sheet.
Under his watch, right through him.
And because of why I'm gonna see the negative out of Lindelof, I'm gonna see the positive out of him just for today. Lindelof was our man of the match of Europa League on Thursday.
Under what?
He was man of the match from Thursday, coming today.
Okay, I thought you said today. I was like,
no, he was man of the match from Thursday. Coming today, I saw something Lindelof does good that maybe you don't notice. Lindelof pushing the ball forward.
Yes, yes. He's now trying to start playing like a quarterback.
There you go. So I'm gonna go different today and say I'm gonna give him a 6. But I saw something good that he's pushing ball forward is much better than any other defender out there.
If they got a clean sheet, we'll give them
Lindelof would have easily gotten a 7 today, but because of his mistake that led to the first goal, unfortunately.
So you penalizing him, right?
You gotta take out points for that, you know. But he did an amazing job against Harry Kane. Harry Kane was just non-existent today, and he gets a solid 6.5.
Yeah, Lindelof didn't get bullied as much today, you know.
Yeah, much.
I can only fault him for what he's shown. You know, they still get beat over the top quite a bit. You know, they don't have any pace on him, so he's got to maintain when he gets in space. So overall, you know, he made a vital save, I guess. I'm not sure if Henderson would have got that ball whipped across by REA. So when, you know, he came in and cleared it, I was kind of happy. But at the same time, you know, you never know. So he gets like a 6 today.
I'll start with you. Maguire, Captain Maguire.
Maguire, I'd like to see more from, you know, the captain. Shouting maybe in vital,
cajoling his general. That's a general leading the team.
You know, other than that, he didn't really give up a lot today. I would, you know, prefer him to go forward other than Lindelof, but I guess they switched roles today. As far as what a captain does, I need to see more physical dominance in the box as well. You know, sometimes you got to get there first, and I just don't feel like he wants it bad enough sometimes. Other than that, can't really say too much is bad right now, so he gets a 7.
He gets a 6.5 for me. His overall play was a little lackluster. I mean, he did a good job. He did a decent job. But I feel like, especially with the first goal that was disallowed, I don't see, you know, in a situation like that, you're looking to your captain to get at the coaches and let them know what's, you know, like that was absolute bullshit. What happened to us today. It was total bullshit, and if that was Cantona
or Keane,
you would have known. That ref would have known, you know. But he's just not that guy, and if he's not that guy, he needs to, you know, we need to make a change. But 6.5 for him.
That spike was sitting a goal. I don't know where I didn't even see where Maguire was, but Maguire wasn't that good. I didn't see. I mean, there wasn't. He shines whenever there's a lot of air balls on top.
Yes, Tottenham played more ground balls.
Tottenham played low ball a lot today, so Maguire wasn't so much effective.
Didn't give up any
For that, I give him a 6.5.
Okay, sorry for my profanity. So what the fuck Maguire was doing when the goal was disallowed? Did he even like go to the referee and shout at him? Think about if it would be like Cantona or like Gary Neville or anyone. So he was just literally stayed there, and the same thing he did the first leg when Martial got ruled out.
He was nowhere to be seen.
Rather, he was telling someone, "Oh, don't go," and like it's you know, it's a clear. He was literally supporting referee. No, that's not the way it's done. Even if your players do wrong, you still have to support him. You're the fucking captain. Okay, so anyway, so I'm not gonna give him any single point for his captaincy or whatever he is. Okay, I'm just on the ground of his role or
Six.
Only got like one goal and he actually won the game.
So
6.
I say 6.5. One, because like we're saying, okay, you have to command the field, right? And so again, also when you see, you need to be keeping your eyes open as well to see when a guy is tracking backside. And if that's the case, you say, yo, somebody step there, step there. He's not doing that. He continues to not do that. But also, I think that's an excellent point is, I think if Roy Keane were still on the field today, those referees would think a lot harder before they start making some of those calls, because they know they're going to have to deal with the wrath of him in their face, screaming, spitting, all this kind of stuff. And honestly, I think that can make a difference. Whereas, like you said, Harry Maguire, he's just kind of like, okay, you know. So from a captaincy, he really needs to step up his game.
Okay, Harry Maguire. As far as being a captain, we all know Harry Maguire's not a captain. So I wasn't surprised when he didn't go straight to the referee's face when that first goal was disallowed. So I'm not surprised. But as far as overall performance, I think, in my opinion, he did a good job on Harry Kane. Harry Kane did not have but maybe one shot the whole game today.
Yeah.
And for him to do, Harry Kane had to drift away from his position
And go via Wan-Bissaka that last time.
Wan-Bissaka to get that shot. In my opinion, Harry Kane had a good game when it comes to doing his job on how many air balls did Harry Kane win?
Not a lot.
Almost 0. It was Maguire winning a lot of those headers. I mean, just because of that, his performance against Harry Kane and what he did, he shut him down. I'm leaning towards a 7.
Okay.
I'm leaning towards a 7.
but
I
also
think
one more
between,
thing, you know,
I
it's
think,
just
Everybody said
I
that
think,
either, so
in my
Yeah.
opinion, I think between him and Lindelof, I think he was slightly better because he did his job on Harry Kane. He shut him down.
But one thing just to
Okay. I'll start with Fred.
Fred, Pastor Fred. Pastor Fred, I mean,
He scored the goal.
he scored a goal. I was surprised. I was surprised.
starting our redemption.
I was surprised. I mean,
I think he was surprised where he found himself.
Fred had a good game today. He had a good game today. You can tell his confidence came through, even especially after he scored that goal. What the hell is he doing in the box? But he read that play though. He read it because he knew that there's a chance that if Cavani doesn't score that goal, it's gonna bounce back. So I think Fred gets a 7 today. Good game.
Yeah, no, same 7. I think it was a solid game. Right place, right time. Whenever the ball popped up in the box, he put it away. Can't ask more than that.
Fred, literally, he surprised me in the second half. Solid game. He scored a goal. That's literally like I was in the park for it. I don't think so. I don't even know when the last time he scored a goal. So, literally, solid game for him. He up the tempo. He made some crucial saves. You know, with some ball back that will really help them to build up the attack in the second half. So he will definitely get a solid 7 from me.
Well, I was surprised like Fred was surprised. I didn't expect him. I mean, that's like the 9th wonder of the world, man. On a normal day, Fred would miss that. Straight up, he would miss that on a normal day. So for him getting a goal, I mean, just for the goal, he get a 7.
Fred, I'm almost geared to give him like a little 7.5 because his ability to keep the ball today too, like the team is
Yeah, he kept
so
the ball a bit
much
better.
when Fred takes care of the ball, you know, and his ability to get. I was always worried about the Fred and McTominay duo because if Tottenham were able to separate them from Bruno, Pogba, and Rashford, that would have been it for us. But he was able to make those turns, get the ball forward, and he scored. He fucked around, lost himself on the pitch, and found himself in the box. And when it came down to it, he put it away. So I'm giving to a 7.5.
A lot of us thought that he's gonna miss it.
You know, Fred means well. You know, he's like the little brother who you support, and you don't really want to go to his games. But then when it turns up, you're like, yeah. You're like, all right, little bro, all right. But you know, today he's like showing you moments of brilliance when he can get around the ball and you know he can decide when to dip and dash, to zip in and out as a box to box. His distribution still needs work, and so does his vision. Because sometimes he holds it a little too long, or he doesn't see the run right behind him. You know, some of these midfielders in Europe, they have eyes behind the back of their head. They can feel when the run is coming.
They think
can
the
sense
pass
it,
before
you
they
know?
pass it.
So, I mean, he's got work to do, but today for the goal, all in all, is 7.
McTominay.
McTominay, man, I don't really. Again, I'm gonna say this. I don't really see a lot in McTominay, in my opinion, to be a starter. Well, but it did work today. He did lose the ball a few times. Overall, I mean, Fred was a better midfielder than him. Fred got a 7. I mean, I would give McTominay a 6 today.
No, I think McTominay did a decent job. So, I mean, for me, I think I'd go 7.5. I mean, I really can't find any fault.
I'm going to give it 6.5 because again he actually lost a few balls in the midfield in the crucial positions. And again, I mean, if I gave Fred 7, who actually scored a goal, so I can't give him more than Fred, so I'm going to give it 6.5.
I didn't see so much of McTominay apart from the pass that he gave that little
The son.
Elbow, you know.
an elbow. So he get a 6.5.
McTominay Egan. I'm gonna have to give him a 6.
Tommy Egan.
I'm gonna have to give him a 6. I mean, he had a pretty decent game today, but after that yellow, I didn't see him mentally squaring himself away. There were plenty of times he was still making rash tackles, and when you put the team in that kind of position, you know, to go down a man, I don't think that's, you know, you're gonna get points away from that. So I'll give McTominay a 6.
You know, McTominay I guess he was trying his best today. That's what I'll say. I'll keep it on a positive note. A lot of fans get his position confused. He's not a defensive midfielder.
No,
he's a center mid.
Yep.
I mean, he had a shot on goal today that I thought was pretty good. I mean, it was a good save from Lloris, but you know, other than that, if it was a poor quality keeper, I feel like that might have been a goal. We've seen McTominay score from far out before.
That goal was straight at the keeper.
You know, so
That shots.
I mean, all in all, I give him like a 6.5 today.
All right, Pogba.
But today was great. You know, he was everything that we needed and more. I saw some tricks from him today that got everybody excited. So all in all, the only way he could have been any better, you know, he had the assist. If he would have got a goal, he got a 9. So, you know, I'm gonna give him an 8 today.
Pogba, solid 8. The maestro, the orchestra today, he completely orchestrated the entire game from minute 1 to the final second. 8 Pogba.
So today, so there is Pogba, the media Pogba, you know what I mean? And the swag Pogba, the 1-2 thing, one Pogba, you get an 8.
He's gonna get solid 8, man. He just bossed around the midfield throughout the game. And I'm just gonna be pointing them. He should get solid 8 for literally controlling the game for us.
No, I give him an 8 as well. Like I mentioned before, he was instrumental in holding onto the ball, keeping it in tight spaces, going and moving it around. The only reason why he doesn't get higher, like a 9, is because of his cutesy little typical back heel.
Yeah.
No.
It was actually blocked.
No. That was going in.
No, but that was going in.
I had to see it again.
No, but okay, the defender was going in. The defender,
tried to do
but
Karim
honestly,
Benzema.
in my opinion, if he just tries to slam that home rather than going and doing this back heel, I think he scores.
Yeah, he
so that's the only detraction that I
We
have.
just need it.
Okay, I don't really give high scores in my ratings.
What?
What?
You know
But
what?
today,
Okay.
I'm gonna give Pogba 9.
Oh!
It's over. It's over, ladies and gentlemen. It's over, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go home. Let's go home.
This is breaking news.
Let's go home.
Hear me out.
Let's go home, ladies and
Are
gentlemen.
we on drugs right now?
Breaking news.
Yeah.
Pogba.
That's bit top 10 on ESPN.
Pogba hardly put a foot wrong throughout.
Did he score?
Pogba was a part of every single goal. Especially when we're 2-1 up, it's like the 88th minute, 89th minute. Pogba's holding the ball up to the corner flag, and he knows to manage the game. Pogba gets the ball, the last freaking kick of the game, physical in tight spaces, first touch on point. I mean, is in all those long balls, chest, first touch is in complete. I mean, when you mean a technical footballer, is in someone with sense, someone that can control the game, is in win you games. Pogba was that for you today, man. Man to match, 9 out of 10.
Oh, okay.
Complete performance.
While you're there celebrating the 9, let's move to the forward line. No, Bruno.
Okay, Bruno wasn't. Yeah. Well, okay. Bruno had an okay game today. Wasn't special. Wasn't bad. Pogba was just a better performer out of the creative midfielders that we have. I would give Bruno a 7 today. Just okay.
I'll give him a 7.5. Again, like I said, he wasn't near as dominant a presence as Pogba and stuff, but he didn't have a bad game. I think he did have that one shot that the keeper did have a nice.
Yeah, that left
save.
shot. Yeah.
That could have easily been a goal. So yeah, I think it's a decent performance.
I'm gonna give him 7.5 because he was there in the game. He always try to contribute. Okay, I know he was not lucky to score that goal from the shot, just mentioned. But again, he got a 7.5 because he was solid. He didn't make so many missed passes. He's trying to control the midfield alongside with Pogba. That's how we want. We want Pogba and Bruno to be bossing around the midfield. Hopefully, Van de Beek would join sometimes. Because once these 3 maestros would be there in the midfield, we'll be on top of the game. So that's what he's showing. So he's gonna get obviously a solid 7.
Your favorite player?
My favorite player all the time, man. He could have had about 3 assists, but nobody finished them. He created chances, but nobody was finishing them as a goal. And then he had a shot on target, which was okay. He played a good game. He tried to find Pogba, but Pogba did whatever he did in this score. Should have got assist for that. So with that being said, he get a good, strong 7.5, 7 3/4. Go towards 8.
All right, maths teacher. Next.
Solid 7 for Bruno. It seemed like he was just man-marked out of the game. There were plenty of times though that he was getting fouled and the ref wasn't making those calls. So who would have known what would have happened if the referee actually refed that game the way he was.
As an
the
actual
way,
referee.
Yeah,
Because Bruno
an
was
impartial
good,
referee. But a solid 7.
Bruno, he didn't have a spectacular day, but it wasn't terrible. I think he just got bullied a little bit by Hobia. And other than that, I didn't really feel like he was, taking away from the game. But I would have liked to see a little more creativity, a little bit more afterthought before he tries to change the play, just to think about it a little more. So he gets a 7 today.
Staying with you, Rashford.
Rashford today could have been better. I don't understand why he needs to take all the touches once he gets inside the box. Could have been a shot on goal. Other than that, I guess give him 6.
Rashford's 6.5 for me. Still seeing flaws in his game, but he did keep them honest. On whichever side he was on, he was always a threat. I just wish his decision making would improve quickly and soon.
Rashford, he's playing injured. I don't know why he keep on playing. I mean, take some time off, take 2 weeks off, come back healthy, stop making a lot of touches, get a good 6.
Yeah, honestly, I was really surprised that Rashford started. I thought like we would have started. He's still recovering from his injury. Okay, but I'm gonna give him 6. Not because that he actually had a poor decision making, but because he's still a considerable threat to the opponent. When he's there, he's always trying to keep pressing them, and that's kind of giving space to other players. Like similarly, Bruno was man-marked today, but that actually leaves space to Pogba, so he was actually bossing around. Sometimes you need players like that who actually give threat to opponent players. That will give other players to use that space, and that's what Pogba did today. So I'm gonna give him solid 6. He would have get more if he would have scored goals from the position.
I'll give him a 6.5. He didn't play badly, but honestly, if I'm Ole, I want to just go and set up a training session where we just go and feed balls out to him on one side or the other and say, just shoot. Stop taking a touch. Don't try to cut inside. Just put it on goal. Because I'm so tired of going and seeing it happen.
Yeah, that he overdid that, and that was all.
Twice today. At least twice today, when the ball, he's running, the ball slide rubber. He tries to take a touch, and as a result of that taking a touch, the defender gets close and it gets deflected. Whereas he could put it on goal. And then another time, he wants to cut it back and all this kind of stuff. And it's like, dude, you're not quick enough. Just put it on goal.
Okay, Rashford today, he didn't really have a very good game in my opinion. And again, we know this Ole is going to keep playing his favorites. Rashford needs a rest. I understand. I totally understand that Ole wants to play him because he doesn't trust anyone else. And Rashford, you're always going to get that moment of brilliance or that moment where he scores. I mean, he's going to score. But the thing about it is that Rashford is if he keeps playing while he's injured, he won't make it to 30. He will not make it to 30 playing in this league. In my opinion, I think Rashford, I mean, if he keeps playing through these injuries, Rashford, I'll give him tops 27. He's going to be done. And it's a shame because Rashford has the talent to be one of the best players in the whole world. He has the talent, but you can tell he's playing through these injuries. He's not fit. He's not fit. He's not fit at all. Completely not fit. So, and that too showed in this game today. He didn't really have a good performance. So a 6 for Rashford.
Staying with you, Cavani.
Oh, Cavani was instrumental in the goals today. He had a good game. His movement off the ball was on point. Typical number 9 performance today. I mean, sweet goal header. I'll give Cavani a 7.5, 8 for his performance. 7.5.
Honestly, I'm gonna give 9 for number 9. That guy today, for me, again, like I said, I would have gone. I would have given Pogba the same had he gone and not done the cutesy little thing with it. But for me, Cavani was just. He did everything he needed to do. You know, he was instrumental. Killer in front of goal. You know, opportunity presents itself, he puts it in. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna echo like what my friend Josh just said. Cavani did exactly what a striker should do. He was there when the ball was going in the penalty box, especially the goal, the header, super. Okay, so right going through the 2 defenders and get a goal from there. You need a classical finish from a striker, and he was there up front. So I'm gonna give him solid 7.5 because I still believe there is some situation he could have done a little better, but I think given we won the game and he scored a goal, so I'm gonna give him a solid 7.5.
he did his job as a striker.
Yes.
El Matador.
Matador.
That's it.
Solid 7.5 for me. For Cavani, his movement, everything was. He scored 2 goals today, as far as I'm concerned. Right? Great
Yeah.
movement,
Even the Fred's goal was
great
actually-
intensity.
And he kept going after the
Kept
disallowed.
going. Yeah, I mean, you can tell when he scores those goals that he really wants it. He really wants to do his thing when he's at. I don't know what his future holds, but solid 7.5.
I'm satisfied with Cavani today. Show a lot of promise with where we can end up with him. Hopefully he can perform well in Europa as well, if we can win. His movement off the ball is definitely, it's A1. He can get in these positions where the defenders don't know if he's playing off their shoulder or if he's at the near post. So, his movement off the ball is why we can get goals like we did. He had a goal today, and then obviously, they got disallowed. But before then, you could see him anticipating getting fed,
Yeah.
getting into the position.
Yeah,
You could see
Pogba,
his
they kept
intercept
trying to find
already
him.
open, ready to receive the ball. So these are the reasons why we signed him. I think so far he scored 8 goals for us or something like that.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, for an old man, it's not too bad, huh?
And his
I
header is
would
impeccable.
say-
He's
Right,
really
our
good in
subs.
the aerial
So
balls.
yeah,
I'll start with you, Mason.
It's like a 7.5. Mason today, amazing, super sub. He's gonna be our true number 9 in the future. I feel like he's definitely a born striker. Get him into the positions where he needs to be, and he can produce goals for us. So today he gets an 8 for coming off the bench.
Coming off the bench, he wasn't there for that long, so I can't give him too high of a goal, of a score. But solid 7.5. He came in within 3 minutes. He sets out a warning shot to Lloris, and when he
Straight
got
away.
the opportunity, man, he almost put a hole in that fucking net. That goal, man.
Beautiful cross,
Beautiful,
last
man.
one.
Great goal. 7.5 for him.
A goal and an assist as a sub. Even Ole never used to do that. So he get a good 7.5.
I'm gonna give him solid 8. He played for 15 minutes. He got 1 assist, 1 goal. What else do you need from him? So he's a super sub for us. He's getting a solid 8 from him.
I don't usually like to rate players that didn't have that many minutes on the field, but today, again, he came on, and like you said, that shot that he hit, the keeper got a hand on that, right?
Yeah.
But that thing was moving so fast, it didn't matter. It hit the
Because it's
it hit
quite
the
far
fingertips,
out,
and
actually.
it still went in. So
That's so much power.
Yeah.
I saw an interview with Hendo. He said when he practices with the England team, there's only one other person that he sees that has the same touch, the same shot power as Greenwood, and that's Harry Kane.
And you're gonna
That
rely on
speaks
goalkeeper,
volumes.
because they are the one taking all the shots.
Okay. Greenwood, I make it simple. If Greenwood doesn't come on the pitch today, we don't win that game. Even though he was on, he didn't play long. It was what 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Greenwood came on the pitch. He got an assist. And he got a goal. If Greenwood does not play that game today, we do not win. That was a super complete, nice sub, tactical sub from Ole. Bruno, Greenwood had he did his job. He did his job. That's a number 9 in the making. We've seen this from him before. We saw this from him last season. We know he's a talented player. We know he can produce. Solid.